everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, welcome. My name is Cassie and I do make videos every single week. Go ahead and click on the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already so you guys don't miss out on any more upcoming videos. Also go ahead and follow all my social media so you guys can go ahead and keep connected with me on there. So today I am bringing a highly requested video, and it is a how to highlight, where to highlight video, and which are my favorite highlighters. Highlighting has been a really huge popular thing. I don't know how it became a thing, but something about we all want our highlight to be poppin' and on fleek. We'll also be swatching them on my hand. I will be covering powder highlights and also cream highlights, what each one is for, what they are used for. Maybe some of you guys don't know what highlighting is. This video, I hope it helps you guys out, and if it does, don't forget to go ahead and click on the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to leave me your comments down below letting me know what your favorite highlighter is. So a question I get a lot is, what is highlighting? Why does everybody want their highlight to pop? What we are doing with highlight is bringing those features back out and making it pop. But we are going to be starting off with cream products because cream products are usually the first base that you want to lay before powder highlights. I know it sounds like a lot, I promise it's not. It's super easy, and hopefully by the end of this video you guys will be professionals on how to highlight and make your highlight look poppin'. So as you guys can see, I got some highlight going on. Highlighting is one of my favorite things, especially if I'm not wearing makeup. So let's perhaps say you don't really like wearing makeup. Highlighting will be your best friend because it'll make your skin look so glowing and healthy, and that's one of my favorite things about highlighting. The amount of things that you can do with it, and just a little bit of it will change your everyday makeup. The first cream product, I'm not going to sort this in any order, but the first cream product that I will be talking about is the Benefit What's Up highlighter, and this is in the shade Soft Focus. I do have this little sample size because for some reason it just seems like it never runs out, but a little bit of this product does go a long way. Like, the reason why I say you want to lay your cream products first is to build up that highlight. That way when you apply a powder, it doesn't look too chalky or it doesn't appear too powdery. If you guys apply too much powder on your face, I don't know if you guys will ever notice, but it does tend to kind of cake up and it just doesn't look as natural. And with makeup, we want it to look as seamless, flawless, and as smooth as possible. So that is what I'm going to be teaching you guys, how to build your highlights. If you only want to use powder highlights, that's okay. You can also just use a cream product and you will be fine. So one of my favorite things to do when I'm not wearing makeup is just apply cream products. And the reason why I like to use cream products is because it looks a little bit more natural. It kind of looks like moisturizer, but you're applying a little bit of a shine to your face. So you guys can already imagine how glowing you will be looking. They do have a full-size product. I still have a sample size because I had a bunch of these. I don't know how I got a lot of them. You know what? Probably shopping at Sephora, I think. So this Benefit one is so beautiful on all skin tones. I've tried it on so many people and it looks gorgeous. As you guys can see, it's very light yet beaming. So if I face it towards the light, you guys can see a little bit more of it. It's such a nice creamy formula, and a little bit of this stuff does go a long way. I'll be demonstrating it on my shoulder. Can you guys see how glowing my shoulder is now? This is another thing I love to do, especially if I'm wearing off the shoulder tops, because it just gives you like that little look, you know, like just glowing and natural. Wherever light naturally hits, that is exactly where you want to place highlight. Since we all do have different face shapes, what I personally like to do is just place it from here to here, which is kind of aligned to the pupil of my eye. If I bring it any closer towards my face, it just makes me look too cheeky. Like, I do have chubby cheeks, so that's another thing. If you have a slimmer face, then you can see your cheekbones a lot more. As for me, I kind of have to guess where they're at because I have a chubbier face. But if you guys can see, when I smile, light reflects here, so I do tend to put a little bit of highlight in that area, but I prevent my highlight from going all the way back here. And the reason for that is because since I do have a rounder face, what I like to do is contour right here. So when I face the sun, light naturally hits me from here to here. I get a little bit of highlighting right here, on the tip of my nose right here, on my cupid's bow. Sometimes I like to highlight there. Not everyone is a fan of that. And also on my chin. That way I look a little bit healthier and glowing, and I apply the same concept to the cream products. anywhere where I'm going to be highlighting, I like to place a cream base and then go on top with a powder. And the reason for that is just so it looks more natural, kind of like today. I did apply a cream base first and then a powder highlight. That way it looks a little bit more natural and I don't have to apply too much product. But the second cream highlight that I love with all my heart, and I just bought it not so long ago, is the BECCA Shimmering Skin Perfector, and this is in the shade Moonstone. It's such a gorgeous highlighter. If you are my skin tone or even a little bit darker, you will love this. It does have a golden undertone to it, and I love highlighters that have a golden undertone just because it looks more natural on my skin tone, since I do have an olive undertone. And I am actually wearing it today underneath this highlight, and you guys can see it just so pretty. My double chin is in like action today, but it looks so pretty and natural and glowing. I do think this formula is phenomenal. It's a little bit pricier, but it lasts such a long time. I don't know how long ago I got it, but it feels like I still have a ton to go. I love to place this on my shoulders, my collarbones, sometimes on my legs, just depending if I'm going to be shooting out for the day. I love the formula. I love how good it smells. I'm going to do a little pump. And a little bit of this product goes a long way, and since it is a little bit pricey, I love that. And I will be demonstrating this on my shoulder right here. I'm just going to rub it all over. I'm not too picky as of where I apply the cream products, because I kind of don't mind if my whole arm is, you know, giving a little bit of action. But you guys can see what a difference that made. It just instantly looks a little bit more glowing and kind of like a natural glow. The smell smells like a moisturizer and just summer at the same time. This is the only BECCA product that I own, just because I know BECCA's a little bit pricey. But I love this cream highlight, and I got it because I wanted to experiment with it, and it became one of my favorites. Well, I'm just going to move on to the rest of my favorite products. The first powder product that I will be talking about is the BALM's MAYBELLINE. Oh my goodness, this highlighter is freaking gorgeous, and you can kind of see I've used a lot of it. You can kind of see the pan on it. I love this highlighter so much. It looks amazing on so many skin tones. It does kind of have like a golden undertone, but kind of crystal at the same time. Pearlized, I should say, like pearlized. It looks phenomenal. It just looks like your own skin, but better. It's not too powdery, and it's very buttery, and I love highlighters that are very buttery. This does not emphasize your pores whatsoever either, which is why I love it. As for the price point, I will have everything linked down below if you guys are interested. And the second product that I just got and I freaking love so much is the Artist Couture highlighter in the shade Illuminati. I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about these highlights, and every single one that I've heard of, I've heard great reviews. The only thing about this one that I did notice at first is that it kind of looks glittery, and that's another thing. You don't want your highlight to look glittery because it's just gonna look sparkling all over the place. And this is the highlight that I'm wearing right now. And this is one of those products where I just thought it looked too glittery. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did, but as soon as I apply it on my face, for some reason that glitter just kind of goes away and it doesn't look like glitter anymore. I love the way it looks layered on, and that's another thing about every single one of these products. All of them look beautiful, layered, and that's one of my favorite things because it doesn't look chalky. Everything just looks so fine. And yeah, so if you guys are wondering what highlight I've been wearing recently, it's definitely this one. I love drowning myself in this highlight. Look at that. And as you guys can see, when I move my hand, it just reflects so nicely. Gorgeous highlight. So I not only just want you guys to see this highlight me using my finger, because I know some products apply better with the finger, but I'm going to be using my BH Cosmetics brush, the one that I love to use for highlights, and I'm going to apply right here. This one does have a golden undertone and it suits my skin tone perfectly. I still haven't tried it on other people as clients to see how it looks on them. So once again, this is in the shade Illuminati and it is from Artist Couture. It is a little bit more pricey than some of the items that I will be mentioning, but I will also mention some cheaper alternatives that you guys can go ahead and buy as well. The third product that I will be talking about is from one of my favorite makeup companies. Working with them would actually be a dream come true, just because their liquid lipstick formulas are the best. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you will know exactly what I'm talking about, but it is this Rodeo Drive by OFRA Cosmetics. Oh my goodness, if there is any highlight in this video you need, definitely this one. This is hands down the best highlighter that I own, and it was a great investment. It's very affordable for a huge pan, as you guys can see how big it is, and it's huge. I've used it so many times, as you guys can see in the little center right there, and a lot of my friends have used it and they fall in love with it every single time. Another great one is Blissful. I think that one looks really nice on lighter skin tones. I do find that this one complements all skin tones, and just the undertone of this highlighter is beautiful. This one does have a golden undertone, but yet kind of pearlized at the same time. It's not glittery whatsoever. I'm going to swatch it. Look at that. Oh my goodness. This one makes me die every single time. It's one of my favorite highlighters. I'll just swatch it right here. Look at the pigment. I love this highlighter so much. It's so beautiful. And I love how buttery it is and how easy it is to blend. I'm going to place a little bit on my nose so you guys can see it in action. Instantly brightened up my nose. This is one of my favorite highlighters to use every time I go out. And I do want you guys to go ahead and see it used with the brush. This is by far, hands down, my favorite highlighter. I will have it down below as well. I don't have a coupon code with them, but there is a lot of YouTubers that have affiliate codes, so you guys can go ahead and use any so you can save some money as well. The next highlight palette that I will be talking about is the CARLI Bible palette, which she collaborated with Beach Cosmetics for, and it includes 4 highlights. And I kind of hate myself for mentioning this palette because it is going to be out of stock. It is a limited edition palette. I believe it's actually off the shelves, but I still wanted to mention it because of this highlight right here, which is in her new palette. For the life of me, I don't know where I left the palette, and that one comes with 4, 5, 6. That one comes with 6 highlighters, you guys. 6 highlighters for the price of $22, which is insane, and it does include eyeshadows as well. This is a highlight that I like to use in her new palette, but I'm going to swatch this one, which is the reason why I wanted to talk about it. As you guys can see, it's so pretty. This one does kind of have a pinky undertone, and I love pinky undertone highlighters, and I kind of wanted to appear a little bit more natural on my skin tone. And this is a very affordable palette, and you get such a nice color payoff with these. And if you guys have been watching me for a while, I always mention this highlighter because it's gorgeous. Highlighter, and I like to use this to bronze and sometimes on my eyeshadow. And then this is for lighter skin tones. I'm going to swatch it on my right here. This one I do find that it looks a little bit more chalky for some reason, and I don't know why, but this one does have more of a pinky undertone, as you guys can see, compared to all the other ones I've shown. And this is the golden one that I love. I love to use this one for eyeshadow. Darker bronzer one, this is it. For the darker highlight, I love to use that all over my eyelid, or sometimes just to bronze around my face. But you guys can see all the comparison right there. Woo! I am full of highlight. The last 2 items, they are more affordable, and it's kind of a controversy with these, but I still wanted to include them in my video because they are still great items. So the first one that I will be talking about is, they're both from the drugstore by the way, it's the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter in the shade Molten Golden, and this is in the shade 100. I want to say this is the only one they came out with because I mean it's the only one that I saw there, but it was, I want to say, $8, which is very affordable. It's the best highlighter in the drugstore that I have found. I still haven't tried the Wet n Wild ones though, but it's a really nice golden highlight. Now I do think this highlighter, you kind of have to be careful with it. Since it does have a golden undertone and it's a little bit on the darker side, it's not going to suit a lot of skin tones. Luckily for me, I can still kind of pull it off, so if you're like my skin or darker, you'll definitely love this highlighter. But if you're a little bit lighter, I don't know exactly how much you'll like it. And since I did get it over the summer, I don't know, I did get a couple shades darker, so I think that's why it's been working great for me. But the formula on this highlighter is beautiful. It blends like butter. Another thing is the highlight itself is beautiful. It does kind of have like this crystal undertone, but it's still gold. You see how I can still kind of pull it off, and I do find that throughout the day it just doesn't look as pop in as I wanted to or as intense as when I first applied it. So I do feel like it kind of rubs off throughout the day. I don't know if I'm the only one who's having that issue, but that's just kind of how it's been working for me. However, sometimes I do like that because not everybody wants to have a high beaming highlight that you can see from outer space or something. But if you like a little bit more subtle highlights, this one will definitely be for you. I do like it for days when I don't wear as much makeup, where I just kind of want a little bit of something. So this is one of those highlighters, which is the reason why I said still kind of on the fence. I still love it, especially for days where I want to be a little bit more subtle, but I can still intensify it and make it look as intense as I want to. The only thing is that it kind of feels like it wears out throughout the day. So that's probably the only downfall about this highlighter, but other than that, it is phenomenal. The formula is beautiful and Maybelline did amazing on it. And the last product that I will be mentioning is a way more affordable product that I will be mentioning in this video, and it is from e.l.f. Now the reason why I said it's still kind of like a rocky thing is because the reviews on it are not that great, but I love it. It's an affordable highlighter. I want to say it's $3 to $4, which is super inexpensive for the amount of product you're getting. If you don't have the money to splurge, you still have the ability to create with different products, even if they're cheaper alternatives. To be honest with you guys, I love drugstore makeup. I was reading a review on it and some people said that they didn't really like it because it wasn't applying as intense as they wanted it to. But the thing about this highlighter, it's kind of tricky. You kind of have to remove the first layer of it, so basically scrape it off. And I know it's hurtful as a makeup lover. I don't like to scrape my makeup. Like, why can't it just be good right off the bat? I honestly did not mind because it is a gorgeous highlighter and it was very inexpensive. If it was maybe like 20 or 30 bucks and I still had to scrape it off, then we got a problem, but $24, I don't mind. And to swatch it once so you guys can see how intense that is. And the formula to this one, it's really nice and fine. It's not as buttery. I do think it's a little bit more powdery than the ones that I've swatched, but it doesn't intensify my pores, or as I've tried it on other people, it doesn't intensify any pores. I know not everyone wants an intense highlight. Some people just want a subtle highlight, so I am considering everyone in this video for those reasons why certain products are good and some products probably didn't work out so well for other people because they wanted a different finish. So that's one layer. You guys can see how beautiful it still looks. It still looks super gorgeous. And oh, I didn't say what shade this was in. This is in the shade Moonlight Pearls. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and all of the products that I mentioned, they will be linked down below. These are all products that I love. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Also, I hope you guys are feeling like highlighting masters, and I want to see all of your guys' highlights pop in. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Go ahead and let me know what your favorite highlighter is. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video.